I never understood that room. What are you doing? Alright, so hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you Akimbo Guns and Phantom Forces. This is essentially the closest thing you can actually get to dual wielding. There's actually some really funny setups for this, which is basically if you run a primary and secondary version of the same gun, you can actually make some really cracked setups. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and watch until the end. Let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. The Stevens DB has a really cool function where it can fire an instant burst, right? However, you can't really fire again until you fully reload after that burst, which makes the burst not super great. But if you're running a sawed-off, you can actually switch over to your sawed-off and then fire after you fired your burst, which is cool. You can also fire 2 bursts and have essentially a quad barrel shotgun, which is really fun as well. Or you could run slugs on one of them and like bird shot on the other one, and so have a range-based shotgun and a close range-based shotgun and the same setup, which is really fun. You also got to keep in mind that the reload on the Stevens is pretty slow, so having a second DB shotgun is actually really helpful, especially one which has a much faster reload time than the primary counterpart. That's probably the biggest advantage of having a sawed-off, is the faster reload time, which is not really the greatest or anything considering like the damage isn't that great on it, but like as you can see I missed, doesn't matter because I have essentially akimbo shotguns, which would be really cool if you could run 2 of them at once. But switching over to them is, you know, the closest thing we're gonna get to actually having full support for running dual guns. Maybe one day we'll have it, I don't know. Akimbo guns have been super broken in specific games. Oh, I could have hit that. Now, another akimbo setup that is extremely fun is the SFG and the BFG combo. SFG and BFG are both really fun guns that are really enjoyable to use, and having both of them at once is really fun. The problem with the SFG is that it has aim choke, which is super annoying, but what you could do is actually run the SFG with the .17 Wildcat, which will make your velocity really fast and your choke removed, but it'll do really bad close range damage. But what you have for close range is your BFG, or you could run it the other way around. I don't know. The SFG could be your close range and the BFG could be your long range, or they could both be everything, because that's usually how I run mine, is just 2 of the default ammo one shot. If I miss a shot with one of them, I go over to my second one, or if I hit a shot with one, I switch over to my second one to kill a second guy. Works surprisingly well and surprisingly better than, you know, your average just using a BFG. You could run an actual pistol and stuff, but like that's boring. Who wants to do that? Oh my gosh. Sure, if you're running this and being aggressive, your KD might suffer, but it's a game. You're supposed to be having fun. Got him. See, that's the actual thing that makes this kind of broken, is that miss a shot with the BFG, you got your SFG, so it doesn't really matter. The swap speed, if you're running remove stock, is actually really good as well. It makes it so it's not like switching between 2 shotguns in freaking Fortnite, you know? Because there's a super annoying delay in that game if you're using 2 shotguns, where you get like a delay when you're switching between 2, and you may as well just like not use 2 shotguns. You may as well just use a single shotgun, which is kind of a thing in Phantom Forces. But when you have a single barrel rifle and you get 2 of them, it actually works in this game, which is really cool. It's not even super broken because it's the BFG. Like if it was an actual good sniper rifle, maybe there would be a problem then, but the BFG, it's not really that great. It's, you know, the funny sniper rifle. Got him. But like I said, having 2, I just hit marker, 99 assist count, so sag, is actually surprisingly really helpful. Like I said, you can run a regular pistol, but like, is that fun? Nah, not really. And this is actually good. SFG has like a significantly faster reload, which I never really realized before. The next setup I really enjoy because it's 2 guns that are kind of similar, but can also be extremely different. That's the Uzi and the micro Uzi. Now, the micro Uzi fires twice as fast as the regular Uzi, and the conversions between the 2 are pretty different. For example, I could run a shotgun conversion on this one and a DMR conversion on this one, or I could just run 2 automatic regular ones, and the default stats are kind of similar except for the RPM, the recoil, and the ranges. Both of them are going to be a 3 to a 6 shot. However, the Uzi has better multipliers, better ranges, and better recoil, but the micro Uzi fires a lot faster. So basically what we can have from this is 2 25 round Uzis that are going to be a 3 shot. One of them is going to have that 2 shot headshot and have, you know, better range and everything, but the micro Uzi is super helpful as well if you're going for, you know, super close range, like there. Although 50 studs, that's not really the range you're gonna want to be going for kills with the micro Uzi, because yeah, it falls off. The regular Uzi doesn't fall off as hard as you'd expect. It doesn't do the greatest at range, but like you can go up here, get 1 with that. At farther range, light them up with that. Ooh, shoot. It's like the worst lobby I've ever been in ever, dude. Like these guys are so annoying. Get this guy, then go over to here. Get this guy. Like I said, you could run a strike 3 and 41 action express setup, have a 1-shot headshot DMR, and then if you were having trouble with a more close range fight, you could pull out your strike 3 which is a big shotgun conversion for getting a very easy kill in very close range. A lot of the conversions on these guns are very similar to each other, which is really fun because you can mix and match the different conversions that you want to be running. Oh, there's still a guy over there. And if you really want some really fun, interesting setups with two very similar guns, is it the most viable strategy? It's not the most viable strategy, but it's really not too bad either, you know? Possibly a better shotgun and shotgun secondary setup is the double Saiga 12 setup because these guns are really similar statistically. The Saiga 12U has worse spread and does worse damage over range. However, if you look at the RPM, the damage itself, it's actually pretty similar. But here's where it gets pretty interesting. It's all of the different ammo types because you could run an assault rifle conversion on your Saiga while also having a regular Saiga by having the extended mag on the Saiga 12U. So you could be running your normal assault rifle and then you're going to go super close range and you could pull out your shotgun Saiga and go for those one taps and stuff. Holy, there's a guy there. I see a guy over here. Shoot him with my assault rifle. Then I'm able to push their spawn. Oh, there's a guy. I got a shotgun. And you can really mix and match with these different ammo types because the Saiga 12s have a lot of ammo types. I do recommend if you're going to run a non-shotgun ammo type, maybe stick to the Saiga 12 because it's going to have the bigger magazine capacity and stuff. But you can run any of the ammo types on any of them except maybe 50 BMG on the Saiga 12U because that is objectively designed to be awful. But one bullet, no reserve ammo, and the gun literally explodes when you fire it a single time, which is annoying because you can't run Saiga 50U, but maybe that would be annoying to have that in the game. I'm really not too sure, but yeah, I hear guys up here. I got my shotgun out. Then I see a guy all the way out here. Shoot him with my assault rifle. And if I really wanted to, I could also just run extended mag on the Saiga 12U and the Saiga 12 and have like a 15 round Saiga 12 if I really wanted to. I could also run like auto conversion on Saiga 12 and then have Saiga 12U semi-auto or something like that. There are just a bunch of different options, and yeah, it's just really great that you can run stuff like this when there's a secondary and a primary version. It would be pretty annoying if it was like some kind of conversion that allowed it to be used as a secondary so you couldn't run both at once, but yeah, they're separate guns so you can run both, which is really cool. What is this room, by the way? Like, you can only walk into it and there's no way to exit it. Is it supposed to be just a spawn room? Like, what's up with that room? I never understood that room. What are you doing? I just went AFK for like 5 minutes because my pizza arrived and nobody killed me. Like, what? I was in their spawn too. They didn't notice me at all. Okay, Saiga 762 doesn't have this bad recoil. I'm just not running a good setup at all. But then second to last, and probably one of the most fun setups, is the Mosin and Obrez setup. And something you can run on this, which is really fun, is you could run a shotgun as your essentially akimbo, or you could run 8mm and have a torso killing secondary for your Mosin, which is really fun. I should have probably put the front post on this, not gonna lie. Not gonna be very great for close range or any range. Okay, so basically you have a 60 stud torso killing secondary for your Mosin, which is really fun. And when you're going longer ranges, you can have, you know, your regular Mosin. The Obrez also has a bit of extra RPM, so if you wanted to run the Obrez as like your primary, you could also do that as well. Okay, I just shot randomly and I actually happened to hit him. It's really nice how the Obrez has a front post you can actually take off or put on, unlike something like the M16 variants, which they just decided, you know what if we just had a freaking front post that would never get removed? And let's be real, nobody likes them. Nobody likes those front posts. Okay, let me know in the comments what you guys think about them. There's a few people who like them, and there should be an option to have them on or off, but you shouldn't be forced to use them on most of your freaking sites. Which is really cringe, because you have to run like Kosaku, and I don't love Kosaku. It's an alright site, but I haven't been using it as much as I did right when it came out, because right when it came out I was like, oh, this is insane, and it's still really good. Got him. That's a lot of tags right there. Ooh, got like 1,500 points there. That's pretty good. That's the nice thing about tag run. The only nice thing about tag run. Sometimes some people will just give you some free points, but other than that, not a fun game mode in my opinion. Last and maybe least, we have the E-gun and the Coilgun, and this Coilgun doesn't have a setup, but yeah, the Coilgun is, in my opinion, better than the E-gun. The reserve ammo isn't quite as good, but like the damage can be overall better. E-gun is still a pretty decent gun, but what you could have on this one is a higher recoil, higher damage Coilgun setup for closer ranges, and then have an E-gun that has a lower recoil for more medium to long range, because Coilgun, since it can take grips, is generally speaking the better medium to long range one, which is funny because medium to long range on a freaking railgun that fires at like ultra slow velocity is pretty cool. And yeah, I don't really recommend this gun for, you know, medium to long range overall in basically any scenario, because it's not like a medium to long range gun, but I mean, the E-gun's pretty decent if you can spam spam it super hard like this. The burst delay on it is like really good with specific setups, although some of them, you know, don't do that much damage, but if you just spray for long enough, you can get a kill with it. It's not necessarily the best gun in the game, but holy, I'm actually... No, I died. If you wanted to, you could have one full auto setup and one burst Wait, did that bounce off the window? It can do that? I thought it broke windows. I swear grenades used to break windows, right? They used to do that. Am I wrong? Did I just falsely remember that grenades would break freaking windows? It did the... Oh, yeah, they added a thing where, like, grenades don't break every window or something, or, like, after a little bit, a grenade will not fly through a window at, like, 100 meters. Anyways, gamers, that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna go eat my pizza now. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.